We're live, live?
Yes.
We're live. Welcome to another edition of Hot Shot Secret, Facebook, YouTube, what else?
That's it right now.
Facebook and YouTube Live. We are live at UCC. That's
Lindsey,
Lindsey.
social media coordinator.
First time.
Yes. First
Debut.
time on live, first time at UCC.
Debut.
Yep.
We've been having a blast out here at UCC. I hope we got our technical stuff because it's the road kit, and I think we're live
Hopefully.
and
I haven't
sounding
gotten a
good, but if
text.
not, chime down below. We can adjust stuff as we go.
Yep.
But we've got beautiful weather out here. It rained a little this morning, and we're not used to this beautiful of a weather. I was about to pull him in. We may pull random people in the booth that walk by, so we'll let you know. Because we couldn't really do a mobile version. Next time we're going to have to do a mobile version and just drive around and just stop and
Oh.
interview people.
I like that idea.
Yeah, maybe we'll do live by the phone tomorrow and do that.
We can do that.
Cool. So what are we talking about today?
Race fuel.
Race fuel is out. Like
What's a race fuel?
literally out. So the updated news on race fuel is we sold every single pail that we have in the first hour of the first day that it opened. So the good news is Rex is on his way out with a truck full of more fuel.
Thank
So
goodness.
we've got some reinforcements coming for people that missed out on this first batch of race fuel here at UCC, but more's coming. And there's a lot being burned out on the track right now. I see a lot of pails empty in the driver's pits right now. So quite a UCC launch for the fuel. But we're going to dig into that a little bit today. We're going to be giving stuff away, right?
Yes.
What are we giving away?
We're giving away racing top lube.
Top loop. So that's stuff you don't need for our fuel, which we'll talk about because it's already in the fuel.
That's pretty cool.
But if you are running any other race fuel, whether that is a diesel race fuel or
in race fuels, as well as the fuels we're testing. Here we have VP Torque DX, Paisley Machine HMR 150, and our newly released Adrenaline Outlaw R100 Plus. We sent these three samples out for cetane testing as well as lubricity testing using ASTM methods D613 for cetane and ASTM D6079 for lubricity. So a brief recap on why cetane is important for diesels. So as you can see, with lower cetane, the ignition delay is long. And with higher cetane, the diesel fuel from the factory unadditized has a wear scar of 600. So this is even higher than base diesel. So this is even higher than base diesel you're getting from a refinery. For our
this is some of the stuff you've been getting from this is some of the stuff you've been getting from social.
We get a lot of questions on social media. Everyone's excited about it. They want to know what's going on. Are there a lot of people using it today?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like everybody out there is.
So, Logan just kind of went over it, but what's special about it?
Well, like the three main things we wanted to focus on when developing this was to have a high cetane fuel to provide, we can cover that, provide the power and everything that they're looking for. Most importantly to us is the lubricity content so that we can do it safely.
Mm-hmm.
The diesel race fuel, the options on the market are extremely dry. That's what our racing top lube has been great for, to lubricate a lot of those diesel racing fuels. And now ours comes with our RTL, our racing top lube, already in the formula. So it's a ready to pour. It's safe on the fuel systems. And that third aspect that we really wanted to get down was basically consistency of product, like quality control. We're really tied to Hot Shot Secret. We pride ourselves in making high quality products and consistently good products. And it's one of the stalls on the release of this. That's why the R82 has been out for a while. That's a race fuel additive that you can add to your diesel fuel, just your pump number 2. We really were looking for a really good base fuel provider, and that's what we start with, is a custom blended base fuel that we then add our magic package to get the cetane content up, get the lubricity content up, and have a consistent product for these guys to use in competition that they can count on being the same type of fuel that they put in every time.
Mm-hmm.
So when they get their tuning dialed in, they can expect the same type of reaction from the fuel every time they go out to race. They don't have to refigure out the tune every time because the fuel's inconsistent. So consistency and quality control is huge for us. So
That's great.
cetane, lubricity, and quality control. That's the big sellers on this one.
That's something I saw a lot, was people asking about the consistency and how we were getting there. So
Yep.
that's awesome.
Well, and honestly, that's what took a long time. Like
Mhm.
we were really picky about it, and to be frank, we had fuel providers or fuel suppliers that just didn't meet our QC.
Yeah.
And it's more long-term testing because we got to make sure that we can secure enough base fuel, the right base fuel, to support the sales, and that it's not a different formula months down the road. So that's what we've done. We found a great partner that's getting us the base fuel that we need, and then it comes to our magicians in the lab that bring their formula into it, and voila, it's running down the track. That's the noise you hear in the background.
That's
Is
amazing.
this fuel being burnt?
Awesome. So you said Racing Top Lube is in the R100 already.
Yep.
So is this apple pie scented?
Yes.
Wait, really?
Yeah. I didn't think about that, but yeah.
The fuel is apple pie scented.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Well,
I love
not to
that.
your. If you open it, you won't necessarily smell it a lot. It's
Yeah.
actually how it burns.
Okay.
It leaves a unique aroma behind
Mhm.
that somebody's baking, and you like to bake.
Yeah.
That's our next section. It's baking with Lindsay.
What should we do? Should we do pancakes again?
She did make chocolate chip pancakes this morning.
I
So, but yeah, when you bake this fuel in your engine, you'll have some baked apple pie.
Yeah. Sweet. Something I see on social media pretty frequently. People got excited to see race fuel. They want to know if they can put it in their truck, like their regular truck.
Like a street truck, like
Yeah.
a daily driver. Can you? The answer is yes, you can. That's some very expensive fuel to be running in a daily driver, so I don't know if it's the best financial decision. I think legally we have to advise you it's off-road use only.
Mhm.
I know some guys have been throwing it in. I will say, you just got to watch the emission systems, really. So I wouldn't want to run it in a DPF truck.
It's pretty rough on it, isn't it?
Well, you have a lot. Oh, we're losing stuff. It's getting windy here. All the hats are gone. We'll figure. Not a performance use, if you will, for it, like a drag racing or sled pulling. We had one of my dealers that had an old tractor that would never start, and they're throwing ether at it and everything. Our initial testing, we've been doing a lot of testing for years on this, and one of the number one things that we heard just natural organic responses is engine startup and turbo spool time tremendously improved. I know a lot of guys, and that could be hard part related, why it's tough to get some of these trucks up on the chip and really spooling the turbo. That's one of the first benefits people notice with the fuel is the reduction in spool time. So, and then same thing on the startup. Hard starts, it's if you got an old tractor, an old truck that hard starts. Will this help it start? It will. It's just an expensive way to go. But if you needed a hard start something, a splash of this would help.
Yeah. Good to know. What else do I have?
I don't know. What's the world asking?
I don't know. Do we have any comments yet? No questions.
Ken Phillips is in there. Where are you, Ken? What's up, brother? Hey, we're going to take a cameo. Come on and sit down. We're live right now. Yep.
Yeah.
There, let's hop out for a
Come
minute. I told you I'm going to pull people live on. Anybody's sucker enough to walk in the booth right now,
Yeah, I guess we are. What's going on?
jump in.
Good to see ya.
Introduce who you are.
I'm Max Nyhart, owner of Doc's Diesel.
Doc's
Yeah.
Diesel, one of our partners. And
Yep.
so, and as people know, we have a co-branded oils that you sell a ton for us.
Yep.
I run all your Doc's Diesel filters
Let's go.
in our Hot Shot Secret truck.
Let's go.
And now Doc's Diesel has a booth out here
Yep.
at UCC.
Finally, we're traveling around a little bit at UCC. I've known Kyle for probably 3 years now, or if not longer, since I started the company. Hot Shot's always been great to us. We love selling their product. Great product. It just works so well with our products as well. But when I first met Kyle, he's like, "Hey, you got to go to UCC. You got to go." And we did it all these years. We're finally here. So thanks for
Good. How's it
letting us
been
know
so far?
about it.
First day.
I I got here a little late, you know, had a few things going on, but from what I can see, yeah, it's going great.
I'll tell you, I drove by earlier. The team was over there doing a run through, and I was like, man, these guys are ready and prepared, and you're going to need it too. So
yeah, absolutely.
And if you think today's good, just wait till tomorrow.
That's good.
Tomorrow
Yeah.
gets wild.
Yeah,
so.
looking forward to it.
So you get to roll out some news because I saw something recently from Doc's Diesel that's new. So tell the world one of these new items you're selling.
Yeah, a few different things. So we're all about diesel maintenance items. So we started in filters, but now we're going to brake pads and rotors. So anything that's going to go bad on your truck to keep you moving, keep you on the road. And we did a step up. We didn't do your basic rotor or your basic pad. We did a coated rotor that's going to prevent corrosion and rust. And a semi-metallic.
Get points.
Yep. $1 equals 1 point. Shout out to our team, Tyler, Adam. They did an amazing job getting this thing put together.
It's a badass truck. I saw it.
Ram 2500. The brand new 2025. We're super pumped.
How's that been going so far?
It starts June 1st, so.
But you got the truck over here.
Yeah, we got the truck here. So if
you're
at UCC, you can actually buy a T-shirt and enter to win now.
Perfect.
Otherwise, for everybody else, it's starting on June 1st.
Cool.
Yeah.
Man, you stay busy.
Staying busy. Had a little too much coffee this morning.
Good. Well, at least you made it here.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys finally made a UCC.
Absolutely.
Hang on tight. Tomorrow's gonna be wild.
Yep.
And we've got a lot of people coming to the booth that ask about the oil. They see that it's like, so is it really Hot Shots? Are they putting your logo? I'm like, yeah, they just stole our logo. We had no idea. You know,
we tell everybody we have a great partnership.
Yep.
And so we love working with Hot Shots. Hands down. So.
Us too. Well, cool. See, there's your first jump in for the day.
Appreciate it,
Thanks,
Kyle.
brother.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon.
Have a great one.
You never know who you run into at UCC. Except these guys never thought I would, but now we do.
Thank you.
So that's awesome. Doc's Diesel, they're a great company. We love working with them and good partners of ours. Always looking for other partners. Like, you can have this type of relationship with us.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I always say. One of the cool things about Hot Shots is we're the fastest growing lubricant company in America for I think 3 years running, maybe 4.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like a battleship, and then they're in the sea of lubricant companies. You're thinking I'm crazy already. There's a bunch of little tiny boats, and then there's some gigantic cruise ships.
Okay.
We're like this badass battleship right in the middle.
Okay.
We're big enough that we can develop products, bring them to market, solve problems, do custom formulations, work on these partnerships with these other industry partners, develop products for them, with them, learn more, and be agile, but be powerful enough that we can make a dent in this market. Yet, be in the corner, there's a where to buy button, I believe it says, and you punch in your zip code, and you can even sort it by independent dealers and find a dealer local to you. Our dealers are unique in that while we have a huge reach in the retail world, in all the auto parts stores, the truck stops, the farm stores, they generally get our top 3-4 additive products, and we're constantly getting more in. I just heard news that we're getting more and more products in, which is great. But our independent dealers have access to our entire catalog, including our really unique stuff like our racing fuel. Just not something you're going to see at O'Reilly's. But find a local dealer near you. If they don't stock it, they can. Let them know. Say, hey, I want to buy some of that Hot Shots, racing fluid. Why don't you stock it here? And they can happily order it for you and get it in stock.
Oh, yeah. Sounds like a good deal.
It is. It is. Is that your last one?
Yeah, pretty much. We covered, everything else.
All right, so we're doing a dealer shout-out?
We are.
Is that with Darren?
No, that's with Tina Marie.
Oh, it's a recorded one.
Yeah.
Oh, so we get to roll this one. All right, so this week's dealer shout-out is...
Brad Built Customs.
I thought so.
Yeah.
I watched a little promo on it. So
yeah.
Brad Built Customs, great dealer of ours, and Tina Marie, our account executive, who oversees that account. Roll it.
My name is Tina Marie Geiger, and we're featuring Brad for our dealer shout out. Thank you so much for joining me, Brad. To get started, I'd love for you to introduce yourself and share your business name and where we can find you.
All right, well, good morning. Thank you for having me. As you said, my name is Brad Bentley. I'm the owner here at Brad Built Customs in Alabama. been here pretty much my whole life. Uh, I created the business back in 2006 under a different name and revamped it in 2023 under Brad Belt Customs, which is what I'm currently at now. So as I said before, I'm located in Anniston, Alabama. I run primarily a diesel-based shop based around performance, maintenance, and racing. Um, I also do a little bit of gas-powered stuff as well. Um, and I'm a one-man show, so I do it all, start to finish. I do all the advertising, all the ordering, all the wrenching, and all the paperwork as well. Um, what I strive to do is mainly bill consultation services. I like to help people get set up and form a plan so they can get on base with what they want to do and what their end goal is to achieve.
Well, what does it look like from that consultation? Like, what kind of questions do you ask them?
So basically, I'll start with a phone interview unless you're local to me. And what we'll do is we'll go over some things. We'll start with what your base platform is, um, what your intended end goal is, and what you plan to use it for, and kind of round it out with a budget and see where we need to be as far as uh, how we're going to get there and the best route to take.
That sounds really awesome. What hotshot secret products do you carry and how long have you been carrying them?
So in the shop, I carry pretty much everything in y'all's lineup. What I use the most of is the blue and black label oil, all the fuel and oil additives, as well as some of the grease. Um, I started, I became a dealer for y'all back in 2023. Uh, if I don't have it, I know somebody that can get it for me. So,
I'm a good ally, right?
well, good to have people on the team.
What made you want to become a hotshot secret dealer?
So when I became heavy in the diesel industry, obviously I seen the brand pop up in at many different venues and places that I visited, all over social media, especially at all the races. So I've done a lot of homework, and I've been exposed to many different brands in the past. Um, and I always study the parts that I sell and parts that I run um, as well as anything to go with that lineup. So I seen how serious they were about pushing the envelope and doing a lot of testing. The biggest thing is probably the support in the industry, um, and that's big for me. That's something that I can stand behind, and I appreciate everything that y'all do. And uh, I knew that that was something that I could get on board with, so that's why I reached out and wanted to get on the team and proud to do.
You. How can our viewers learn more about you?
So the best way is to visit my social media platforms. Instagram is at Brad Built lower or underscore customs, and on my Facebook at Brad Built Customs. Or you can reach me on my personal line. Like I said, I do it all, so you more than welcome to reach out to me. Let's have a conversation, um, and see what we can do to help you build your dream rig and uh, anything else, anything to talk about hot rods or being a gearhead. I'm all for it.
I know I always learn something new every time I speak to you.
Well, I try. It's been something that I've done for a long time. I'm 40 years old. I started turning wrenches in probably '97, and then started my brand in 2006. I've done it off and on um, throughout, not ever having to do it as a full time job, except for somebody else. And then I knew that when I had an opportunity, I worked in a factory pretty much my whole life, and when I had an opportunity to take it and make it my own, and that's what I knew I wanted to do. And and I'm hoping I'm fixing to add on to the shop and add 4 more bays. Hopefully, I can add a technician and maybe somebody to to help me get some of this off me, so I can get to more of the events and doing more of the work. But as of right now, everything that comes through the shop is done by me, whether it be parts, the consultation side, the ordering, the paperwork, you name it. I am the business, and it's tough. It wears on me, but um, I'm always here to help any time of the day. So I urge people to reach out, get to know me. I'm not real good at the social media stuff, so it doesn't really reflect the the caliber of the shop and the work that I do. Um, but I'm always open for conversation, so I urge you to reach out and let's make something happen.
I can truly feel your passion when I get to speak with you on the phone and working with you over the past year or two. Thank you for joining me for our dealer shout out. Be sure to check out and support Bradville Customs LLC. If you're local to the area, give them a call. To find local dealers in your area,
Hey, we're back. There we go. What did we just have? What was that? Oh, that's right, Brad Bill Customs. So thanks to Tina, Brad Bill Customs, great dealer of ours. And look, looks a little different. Lindsey, you've changed. So this is our segment for our Meet the Hotshot Secret Employee. And who better than Mr. Darren Matson, aka D-Mad. You've always
It's a good thing.
it is. It is. So do you know about the Get to Know Us segment?
Yeah, I've seen you.
So
I watch your live.
Okay. So I've got just like 10 questions for you.
Okay.
And I just need your organic response because the world out there wants to know a little bit more about
Sure.
Darren. So,
Sure.
So tell everyone your name and what you do for Hotshot Secret.
Darren Matson. I'm a regional account executive. I'm remote for Hotshot Secret. Most of the account executives are internal, but I'm remote, and I've been with Hotshot Secret now coming up on 2 years.
Has it been 2 years?
Yeah, just about
Wow.
August will be.
Feels like 30.
Yeah, I'll bet.
So how did you find out about Hotshot Secret? A lot of our employees are local.
Yeah.
You were one of those outsiders that kind of
Yeah.
got in. How did you crack your way in?
It all started quite a while ago. My background was the Napa Auto Parts deal, and I was a chemical product manager. And the previous owner, Chris, he came to see me one time about probably around 2008 or 2009, and I think the only product he had at the time was Stiction Eliminator, and we didn't get it in the system at the time, but I'd met him and researched the product some, and then after that, with all the issues with fuel-related problems in the diesel world, I seen the Hotshot Secret come out with more and more products, and my Napa role was kind of being sucked in some other avenues, and was kind of looking for something different. So came to work for Hotshot Secret. It's been great.
I like it.
Yeah, it's been good.
We feel it's been decent.
Yeah.
We're proud of you, buddy.
Sure.
We're proud of you. Okay, so where were you born? And every time I ask this question, everyone's like, 2 miles that way or 2 miles that way.
Yeah.
But now we're in Indiana. But you weren't even born in Indiana.
No, I was born in Western Iowa.
Western Iowa.
Yeah. Yep. Been
So
in Indiana.
it's
Been done. Been
it's
done
like
since
done.
06.
You get to drive it and enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It is a lot of fun. I like it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It is a lot of fun. I like it. Keeps thinking I should sell it because I don't drive it enough, and then once I get behind the wheel, I'm like, there ain't no way I'm
Can't
getting rid
sell
of this thing.
No.
Yeah.
No. Did you play sports growing up, or are you a sports guy?
I played football and basketball when I was a kid, but I honestly, my family didn't have a lot of money, and when I was more into cars than I was sports.
Right.
So, sports.
Right.
So, sports only lasted till I was like a junior in high school. As soon as I got my driver's license, I wanted to.
Then it was just working to get money to put into cars.
Cars. Exactly.
It's just working to get money to put into cars.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
What is your favorite hobby? What do you like to do when you're not slinging them Hotshot Secret products across Indiana?
Be in my shop, tinkering with.
Imagine that.
Working on my truck or anything. I like, you know.
Meticulous shot, by the way. On his wall, not only did he have his wrenches in line, he had full 90 bent wrenches with self-ratcheting both ends by size, just in case, like the one time a year he needs it, he can get it right away.
I don't know if I use them one time a year. Those don't get used much.
Wow.
But,
But tinkering in the garage is what you like to do.
Yeah.
And I imagine hanging out on your back porch with your wife.
Yeah.
I got to meet your wife yesterday.
Yeah.
Lovely lady.
Yeah.
I don't know how you did it. You don't deserve her at all.
That's for sure. You're right there.
Yeah.
You're right. For once, you're right, Kyle.
What's your favorite holiday?
Probably 4th of July. I don't know. Probably Christmas, since I got a granddaughter.
Everybody says
We're
Christmas.
going to say Christmas.
You almost said 4th of July.
4th of July. I like summertime.
Let's come in soon.
So, I know it. So, yeah.
Another party at your house?
My favorite holiday is probably the Indy 500.
Right.
Memorial Day.
Yeah, it makes sense. And that leads into the next question, and I think I know the answer because I think you forced it upon me yesterday. What's your favorite beverage?
Oh. Coke Zero.
All right. So
what time of the day?
What'd you have last night when we were over? Okay, Coke Zero is your non-alcoholic beverage.
Right.
What's your favorite adult beverage?
Vodka Sprite.
Vodka Sprite. Never had one in my life. I was expecting it to taste like a gin and tonic, like bland.
No.
Excellent.
Yeah, it is good.
Excellent. You want to tell them your vodka secret?
Kirkland.
Time you jump back on the horse.
No, it costs too much money.
Okay, I always throw one bonus question in. I didn't have one prepared,
This
so
ought to be good.
If you identified with an animal, I know what I would identify you with. What do you see yourself as your spirit animal? What is it, Darren?
Probably a monkey.
I would say duck.
A duck?
Yeah. I see you quacking a lot.
I think more of a monkey.
Monkey. Yeah, you fit a monkey. I'll give you a monkey. All right, so plug Darren Matson for those people out in Indiana. If they want to get set up as a Hot Shots secret dealer, how can they get a hold of you, and how do you bring a new guy on board and integrate them with the Hot Shot Secret family?
You know, typically when we get somebody that's interested, they're very familiar with our product. If not, we can run you through everything and make sure you're on board. If the customer's close or close by, I always like to go to their shop once we got them onboarded and make sure that they're all real comfortable, that all the employees are comfortable with the product and know it inside and out. But just reach out, give me a call, and we can fix you up.
Darren will take care of you.
Yeah, I'll fix you up.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey, thank you.
Appreciate you. Quack, quack.
See ya.
See ya. Well, there we go. D-Mad, Mr. Darren Matson. And before we even move on, we're just going to bring on another special guest that many of you may recognize. And if you are anywhere in the world of social media, you have seen this man's content. What's up, Devin? How are you, bud?
Pretty good, you?
Yeah, let's get you.
There we go.
Yeah, these are tough to get a speaker right into them. So, why don't you tell everybody who you are and what you do?
My name is Devin, or Super Dwarf as the internet knows me. I got a second gen that is quite the project at this point. And we're just trying to go fast and enjoy diesel trucks.
And that truck you have is right next to us.
It sure is.
So Devin's truck is in the booth right now at the Hot Shot Seeker booth here at UCC. It'll be here all weekend. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen this on the internet and social media. He's got some really cool modifications to it. We've had a ton of people stop by the booth and just say, oh my God, I can't believe I get to see this in person. I've seen it online so much. And we actually have some hero cards on their way out here. So he'll be able to sign you an autograph, and you can take away a picture of his truck with you too. So make sure you swing by the booth and check this out all weekend. Why don't you tell me a little bit about the truck? How long, when did you start working on it to get to the point it's at now?
I picked it up September 14th, 2019 at 11:53 a.m.
Wow.
We were signing the title.
That's very precise.
Well, I remember because it was the first diesel truck I've ever had, obviously.
Yeah. That's not the one that's going to turn. Oh, she's just going with it. There we go. Nice. This quarter panel here, your truck bed side, is very unique. Can you pan that out at all? The other way. Oh, you can't see, can you? There you go. There you go. So tell me about this crazy bedside. I mean, is this a one-off? Like I've never seen anything like it. And then everybody who asked about it, I saw one of your videos, and I'm going to beat you to the punch on something really cool about it. It seals up your fuel tank too. Like you're safe. Like nobody can mess with your vehicle. Like, oh, people walk around and go, how do they fuel this thing? You know? So
Yeah, that was my decision after the fact. It's actually set up so that you can use the factory fuel door on it.
yeah, I see that there on the side.
Yeah, but for cosmetic and safety purposes, I shaved it.
Yeah, it's clean.
Because I think it looks cool.
It's a clean look.
But the bed used to be made by Hide Inside. Why they didn't make it, I don't know exactly. I've heard rumors of patent issues or it just costing too much or whatever. But I saw a grainy picture on Google like 10 plus years ago. And I was like, well, obviously I need that bed for the truck when we get there.
Right.
And then eventually one of my friends sent it in the big second gen Snapchat group chat. And then I went all the way from Denver out to Fresno, California to pick it up. Because the guy was like, it's too nice of an example. We probably don't want to ship it.
Right.
So he built like a whole wood cage to sit up in the bed. And it was like a double-decker bed to get it all the way back.
Gotcha. And so, why don't you tell them why you have so much Dr. Pepper on board?
Well, I'm from Texas originally, like the girl suggests. So
Yep.
that's my drink of choice, and it looks good on the truck.
It does. It's a good color.
Thank
you
you.
brought into all of it. And so when you how does it unlock? Like how are you latching this? I see the latch there. But,
Yeah, so
but
that's-
where's your release?
Yeah, that's the current debacle, and that's why the topper's not on it.
Gotcha.
Which to fit it in here is actually good.
Yep.
But you got to drop the tailgate or be able to reach over it.
I see.
And then you see those two black cables on either
Yep.
side?
Yep.
There's a 90s style lever that you push to
Oh,
release it.
okay. That makes sense.
But the end goal, I want a key fob that'll open both bedside doors, drop the tailgate, and open the camper window. That
Oh.
way I don't have to mess with it.
Just on a like a hydraulic.
Yeah, so,
kind?
so when people ask about it, I
You go,
just hit a button and it'll open up on its own.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, it's definitely the most. These two guys, you're looking at the bedside, aren't you? It's crazy, isn't it? See, it's the first thing we get asked about it. So, what's next for this truck? Like, you're always doing something. Like, do you have like a list of what you're planning ahead, or do you just kind of just take them one at a time and whatever's next? Or because I know you're never done with this, ever.
Yeah, so the end goal is a common rail with compounds, and I want to repaint the truck to a nice candy red. But to properly do that at this point is basically a frame off.
Yeah.
So we'll do the paint red, paint match absolutely everything. All the powder will go gold, same with the frame. Refresh the trans. I like to get paddle shifters on it at some point.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That way it can make all the power possible. And then with a tire change and take the track bars off, then we can go drive it off into the wilderness as an overland rig.
Yeah.
Or come and park it up and make it look all pretty like this.
Such a cool truck. I thank you enough for bringing it out here and putting it in our booth. It's been a cool thing to see. You have no idea how many people know this truck and have never seen it in person. I've never seen it in person, and I've been watching you forever. So we appreciate you bringing it out. Why don't you shout out your socials and where they can find you?
Absolutely. Well, thanks for having me. And I'm Super Dwarf. YouTube is mainly what I'm going for. That's just Super Space Dwarf, just as you'd spell it normally. And every other account is going to be Super Dwarf with an underscore at the end.
Yep.
And then I'm verified most places because Facebook is just riddled with fake accounts at this point.
You have
But-
more fake accounts of people just taking your stuff and posting it and under different variations of your name and stuff. It's got to piss you off.
It's whatever. I got my check mark now, so
There you
we're
go.
good.
You can find the one with the check mark. Don't follow the fakes, but that's your man. So thanks, buddy. Thanks for having us in the booth here, and we're gonna have a fun weekend.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me again. And with this weather, we can only have a great weekend.
That's right. That's right. Well, I appreciate you, bud.
Absolutely.
And what we got left, Lindsay? Okay, so let's do events. All right, let me have her jump in here to DJ the. Do you have the event screen? Okay. So what's up next? Well, we've been on the road a lot. We were at Big Rig Challenge last weekend, which was awesome. Obviously, UCC's big one this weekend, and then next weekend is the NTPA Power Pole Nationals in Hutchinson, Minnesota, and the following weekend we're going to have the dual teams running. If all goes well, we officially now have a second trailer and a second truck for this event team.
Mm-hmm.
So twice the fun for me. But we will be, we will now, as much as we're out there in the field, and we really do feel strongly about being, oh, change the gear, please. That was terrible. Somebody just ruined their transmission on the track. But we're really proud about being out here in the field. It really guides our R&D. It guides, as a matter of fact, already today, we've identified a couple new problems that some people have brought to us in fueling systems and fuel. So I get to bring that back to R&D, and hopefully we can develop a solution for it. So it's important for us to be out here. And now, starting June 12th, we are going to be in 2 places every single weekend with 2 different teams.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be fun. So that weekend, we got the NTPA Farley Nationals in Farley, Iowa. I think you're going, right?
Not that one.
No.
I'm 3rd week of June.
I'm going to that one. Oh, Rex is going to be there with me, though.
Yeah.
Yep. And Junior, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And then Matt and team will be over at the PPL Livingston County 4-H Fair Pole in Chillicothe, Missouri. And leave that to go to another PPL in Fayette, Missouri, a double weekend. So we're going to have 3 events in one weekend. And then as we close out June, the PPL Rumble by the Refuge in Mountain City, Missouri. And the final week of June, we have double polling, both the NTPA Dairyland Super Nats in Toma. That's where you're going to be?
I think I'm missing an event on here.
She has no idea where she's going to be.
I don't know. I go with the flow.
And the Pro Polling League will be in Macon, Missouri for the Show Me Showdown. So we got an action-packed June. It's officially polling season, as you can tell. June ramps up all the polling. And with the new Pro Polling sponsorship, along with our NTPA sponsorship, it is going to be polling June. But we're finishing off May with a strong UCC here.
Mm-hmm.
Outlaw Diesel Super Series is also running alongside of them. And the cool thing about UCC, it combines both those. So today, they're drag racing. Tomorrow, they'll be on the dyno. And then on Sunday for the finale, Hot Shot Secret title sponsors the Sunday polling finale, which crowns the winner of UCC. And I haven't seen any points updates yet. I know you can go to UCC's website and see live points. But I know we have a bunch of Hot Shot Secret drivers that have already laid down a pretty good lick. So now it becomes that strategy game on how to make it through the weekend without blowing everything up.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, my boy Colt Carter over there, just about sending stuff to the moon. And I saw he's got 7 kits of nitrous he had. It included like a 340 jet as the 7th one on the intake. Just in case he hadn't blown it up yet, he can blow it up with a button. So watch for him to go big on the dyno, because as frustrated as they were with that, I looked behind him and he brought a spare block. So when these guys bring extra engines, you know they ain't playing. So we'll see some. Saturday's always fun here because it's your first UCC.
Yep.
Saturday's fun because we'll have the Outlaw Diesel competing on the track, but alongside the track, right inside the grandstands here, is the dyno competition for the UCC competitors.
Mm-hmm.
And there's always something epically going to happen.
I'm excited.
Especially with a lot of these guys now have some new fuel to put in there to maximize their performance. But hopefully we can keep them well lubricated so they don't send, piss years ago. Yeah, I skipped that. My bad.
No, that's okay. So May, we have 10% off all bundles, 15% off all RV products, and then 20% off all RV bundles. So you can't stack those, but you can mix and match. And then early June, looks like June 6th through 20th, we're doing free Hot Shot Secret funnels, which is spend $50 online and get a free funnel kit. Those funnel kits have been really popular. They are.
Everyone likes them. And then almost a couple of my racers saw them, and now every single racer needs them. So
yeah,
I hope we run a lot.
there's a big box.
All right.
Really big box of them.
Oh, you know what else is coming out with
What?
Rex? Frisbees.
Frisbees?
We haven't had frisbees in like 5 years.
Are we giving them away?
I'm gonna go out there and throw them in the crowd.
Oh my gosh, can I throw some?
Yeah, he can come.
Okay.
Yeah, he told me to like wait until later, until they get here. And they said the next time somebody wets down the track, which they're really good at doing here, and they have to stop the running for a while,
Mhm.
we'll go out there and just beam them in the stands.
Okay.
You got
That sounds
enough
like
arm to make it to the stands?
Maybe like the front row.
Okay. Lubricants gave you a very good answer, Bob. We would highly recommend our diesel fuel two-step, and that pretty much goes for any diesel fuel system. But Diesel Extreme and Everyday Diesel, that pretty much goes for any diesel fuel system. But Diesel Extreme and Everyday Diesel treatment work very well together. They both have the same 6 components, where you have a cetane booster, lubricity additive, an injector cleaner, a water demulsifier, a fuel stabilizer, and a rust inhibitor. The big difference between Harris told you there, a couple times a year, dose your tanks with Diesel Extreme. Depends if you're getting 600 hours on them, that type of thing. You got to just do your math a little bit different, but a couple times a year is a good thing. Start to get the oil changed.
Doubling up.
It sounds like I'm getting some new brake pads too. It's about time. I need some brake pads. So while we're over there, I'm going to go on with Levon Miller from Firepunk Diesel. Together, we're going to do an episode, and that will be running live on Wednesday.
Sweet. Yeah.
Cool.
Some,
I don't think it's live. It's
Okay.
live?
I thought so.
Well, I guess it's
Maybe.
live. It's live.
It is live.
Yeah.
There's RSVPs.
Is this live?
No, we're recording this. I'm gonna edit it later.
Okay.
No, you can RSVP to get the link to the webinar. I reposted it on our Facebook account. But yeah, that'll be live.
Okay. I'll be prepared.
Okay.
Or not, and I'll wing it.
Sounds about right.
I kind of wing this.
Yeah.
So do we have a review of the month?
We do.
Does it really start with Wapow?
No.
Or is that a typo?
That's a typo. It was supposed to say whoa. So Eddie left a review of Adrenaline R82. He said, "Whoa, this is wild. My 650 HP Duramax likes this stuff even diluted. If I didn't know better, I would swear I saw a flame come out my tailpipe when I lit the turbo. She loves it." So we are going to send a bottle of Adrenaline R82 to Eddie as a thank you for leaving a review on our website.
That's good stuff.
Love to encourage that.
R82. Just had to pump fuel, and you got race fuel.
We have a featured ride this week.
Oh, dude. This featured ride. All right.
I didn't even plan this.
Oh,
I
you didn't?
scheduled these out in advance, and it just lined up with today.
Matt Rice and his travel buggy. I believe that was from No Mercy.
Yeah.
We had to check out of the hotel. The guys were still winning, so we were toying on missing the airplane. So that's my video team using a golf cart to stay mobile, all while their luggage was packed on the back so they could make it to the airport. That's the sacrifice we make for you, so you get the best content from Hot Shot Secret.
They are very dedicated.
They are very dedicated. You know, if Matt was here right now, we'd throw him on air.
I saw Brandon.
He's out at the track. They're filming right now.
How dare they do their jobs?
How dare they do their jobs?
I think it's time for a winner.
You're gonna give away somebody?
Yeah.
Who you got?
I got Michael Cole.
I thought you were gonna be give it to that Bob guy.
The Bob guy?
Who you don't know.
I don't know him. He wouldn't know what to do with the R82. He's got nothing for it.
We could throw it in his tractors.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Make them start better. And spool better.
I will bring home EDT and Diesel Extreme
There you
for
go.
the backhoe and the tractor.
There you go.
But no, winner is Michael Cole.
Travel and.
Did you turn on Steve Summers?
We did, and it's
That's
like
so
I'm
cool.
never like completely up for it and
Mhm.
stuff, and you know I get a day job.
Yeah.
But sometimes and you know it's a late night when I'm listening to Steve Summers, but at least he's there for us to keep us going down the road safely in our big truck and trailer.
Yeah.
So for those of you ever driving overnight, that's your guy.
Steve Summers.
OvernightDrive.com, you can find out all the places you can get the live stream every night, Monday through Friday, midnight to 5 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
And how do people stay in the loop with everything in Pickle's world?
Follow us on social media. We are on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Pinterest, Threads, X, all the good stuff.
All the good stuff.
All of it. Follow us on social media. I mean, if they're watching, they're probably already following us.
You've probably heard of us before.
Maybe. A little bit.
So we're going to wrap up,
Mhm.
but maybe we will try to go live tomorrow and try to get, maybe we'll try to go mobile.
Okay.
So
Take the Ranger
cell
out?
phone, there's a lot of people here today. So
Oh, yeah.
with Friday being this packed, I think tomorrow's going to be insane.
Mhm.
We generally get a pretty good cell phone signal out here until a ton of people get here, and then it clogs up all the lines. Like we lose signal pretty quickly. So if we can get a good signal, how about we jump in the Ranger tomorrow and we go tour the UCC pits, we go tour the ODSS pits, and see if we can just surprise people and put a camera in their face and bring them live. So I will promise you we'll give it that a go tomorrow. As long as we have signal, we'll pull it off for you. If not, the next time you'll see us is when?
I don't know if we scheduled it. Hopefully sometime in June.
Okay. That's right in the middle of June, the month of polling.
Yes.
So
Probably at a Pro Pooling League event.
Probably we'll go live from the field again.
Yeah, like this.
Maybe that one